Welcome to episode 48 of the Flag to Flag podcast. My name is John, the motorsports enthusiast, and today I have the Chad Barker. He just did a little spin, a little pirouette in his chair, wearing a very lovely hat from a very cool race we went to this past weekend. And I'm wearing the hat of the driver that won. And so still in shock a little bit, but welcome to the show, John and Chad. Chad, how are you on this lovely Wednesday? I can't believe it's Wednesday. I don't know where the last 3 days have gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Labor Day threw everyone through a loop, but it was an incredible weekend. I'm doing all right. But yeah, we're just going to jump into it. It was an incredible weekend in Nashville.
It was.
I'm still honestly in disbelief of everything that happened, especially in the order that it happened.
Oh yeah.
We'll dive more into it here in a second, but yeah, it was a great weekend. I'm back here up at school. John, you had a really fun weekend. You celebrated a very special day, you and Sophia.
Yep, 1 year anniversary.
Congratulations on
Thank you.
1 year.
Thank you. Yes.
Marriage for y'all.
Yeah, it's been good.
How was dinner after the race?
Very tasty. Went to a restaurant in Nashville called Cafe Nona. It's an Italian restaurant, and
of course it was.
Had some. Of course it is. You know me.
Yeah.
And so I had some lasagna. She had I believe it was vodka sauce pasta, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
And had some Chianti. That's a type of wine.
Why do they just call it wine?
Because Chianti is not just wine. It's one of the best wines you can get out of Italy. It's very special. It's a special kind of wine, depending on how it's made. So that was really good. We had some live music next to us. There was a cat that was up for adoption as well. We did not get a cat. But plot twist, here comes little cat. No, we did not adopt a cat.
What would you have named
her
the
dad
cat?
is definitely allergic to cats. What?
Who's allergic to cats?
Her dad.
Oh.
Yeah,
what would you have named the cat?
Probably Joseph.
Honestly, I was about to say, if it was a boy, you had to have named it Joseph.
Or Deuce. Name it Deuce.
Maybe. But,
Estimo.
Is that to an Italian?
No, that's the sponsor for Joseph this past weekend.
Oh.
No, it's Due. That's it. Due in Italian. I think it's right. Due. Yeah, it's Due. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, no, we didn't.
Starting us off right, but yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, let's just dive right into it. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna kind of give my perspective of this past weekend, and then John, you're gonna give your perspective of the past 6 months leading up to this weekend, give or take 6 months.
I'll fact check, but yeah, go ahead.
So, I wasn't there for Saturday practice and qualifying. I had to work in Huntsville, Alabama. Had a fantastic time out there. And then Sunday, I get to Nashville Super Speedway, meet up with John and Sophia. Then Jesse and Lindsay come find us. We're all hanging out. We go get my paddock pass, and we head into the paddock. And so we're walking around the garage, just having a great time. John gets a photo next to the Prema truck. And we're having a great time. And then I'm walking, and I'm answering a text on my phone. And I hear someone say, "Hey, John, what's up?" And I look up, and I couldn't really see who said it, but I see two of Newgarden's pit crew members walk into his garage. I was like, was John talking to the pit crew members? But I didn't really think much of it. So we went, and we heard that they were about to start Newgarden's car up. So they started Newgarden's car up for a second, which was really cool. And then all of a sudden, I hear that same voice again. And walking out was Caitlin Brown. As in, Caitlin Brown, the left front tire changer for Joseph Newgarden's car. And she goes, "Hey, John, what's up?" And I go, "How does John know this person?" So they start talking and whatnot. We all kind of start talking and, picking her brain a little bit here and there. And she goes, "All right, I got to go do something real quick. I'll be right back." And we are all, now me, Jesse and Lindsay, Sophie already knew about it, but me, Jesse, and Lindsay are now swarming John. Like, how do you know her? Like, what the heck's going on? You know, and whatnot. And John proceeds to tell us this story, which I'll let him start right now, that starts, 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was just shortly after the Indy 500. I fact checked the date. So
Okay, give or take.
Caitlin Brown, is, like you said, she's the mechanic and who works on the front left. And it was after the Indy 500 where I was covering something, and you can't see it, but I have a Newgarden Ave streets sign, basically.
You bought that? Yeah, I remember we bought that at Indy.
Yeah. And so the full story is that she commented on one of my videos, which I didn't realize that she even followed me in the first place on TikTok. And she was like, hey, would love to have you come to the garages. And I was like, okay. And so after following her back, and I was like, she doesn't, no, this is not Caitlin Brown. It's somebody messing with me. And I looked at her feet. I was like, oh my God, it's actually her. And so we started talking. I was like, you know what? We're actually going to be in the races at Nashville. Could we come by then too? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. We'll talk closer to the date. And so this is May. And so I'm having to keep this from them for 4 months.
And me.
And Chad. And I'm not trying to spoil it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen. So time goes by. We figure out, I didn't tell you this. But basically, I was talking with Caitlin leading up to this week, like, okay, let me know what your schedule is, all this stuff. And so the day before, she let me know what time to come to the paddock and come to the garage because she was going to give us a tour. And I was like, great, we'll be there between 10 and 10:15 or 10 and 10:30. And so I'm freaking out because I don't know. I couldn't figure out how I was going to keep myself composed to where I'm not just walking into this joint smiling like crazy because I know what's happening and I would spoil everything. And you're going to look at me like, what's going on, John? Why are you smiling? And so trying to figure that out, but also manage my emotions to not be so nervous because I was just nervous that I was going to spoil it. And y'all would be like, John, what's going on? Why are you acting weird, dude? What are you doing? And so I had to keep my cool. And then I saw her as we were walking towards, like you said, the their garage area. And I was like, hey, Caitlin. She goes, hey, hold on one second. She goes back and does whatever and comes back. And we're just standing there talking. I introduce y'all. She introduces herself, all this stuff. And then y'all proceed to ask me, how did that happen? And basically, I said to Caitlin, I was like, look, I have 3 friends that are huge Newgarden fans. I would love to be able to surprise them with this. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut for like 4 months. And she was like, awesome, love that. And so the whole time they knew that you and Lindsay and Jesse had no clue what was going on. And so she knew that Sophia knew as well. And so like, wow. So she was in on this whole thing too. And so, yeah, that's where we were. And then we saw the car fire up. She came back, was like, hey, come back at like 11:15 or whatever. And so we went off and did stuff. And so then you can
watch the Indy next race.
Yeah. Then you can continue on with your side of the story. Cause that's how that happened.
We watched the Indy next race. We're having a great time. John has already spilled the beans about what's happened. We're like, okay, you know, this is cool and whatnot, but I don't think it really set in at that moment. And we go, and we're standing, Indy next race finishes, Miles Rowe wins in an exciting fashion. It was a great race. Miles Rowe wins, and all of a sudden, we look, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, hey, it's 11:15. We all get back together, and we start heading over that way. And we're just kind of sitting there waiting. Caitlin comes and goes, all right, you guys ready? And then we're like, yeah. And then we all walk in. And I was honestly like, I think in that moment, it was like, because it was one of those things where, like, for the sim racing stuff outside the track, the sim racing stuff, they had that display car out there. All right?
Right.
Like, this wasn't a display. This was the actual race car that was going to be out on track. And we were all freaking out. Like, I don't know how Lindsay didn't start crying.
Oh, I don't know.
We got to hold the $125,000 steering wheel.
Ridiculous. I don't even know how much it costs, but it's up
that
there.
Was like, It was really cool. Did you see what I started doing when I picked it up? I grabbed it and I'll take this. I grabbed it and I started doing this. I was like, I'm gonna see what it's like to turn it a little bit. But I mean, it was so cool. Lindsay the entire time is speechless.
She's like, that one photo.
And I was like, in that moment, and John like was filming whatnot, and I don't know, I probably just picked up something. I was like, is something else about to happen? Like, I genuinely thought Newgarden was going to show up behind Lindsay. Dude, she would have passed out. Our friend Lindsay, she's a massive Joseph Newgarden fan. So
massive.
Newgarden says that he is from Nashville. Technically, he is, but legitimately, he is from Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is where Jesse and Lindsay are from. So for them, it's a bit more personal. There's only one thing John doesn't like about Joseph Newgarden, and that's that he went to John Paul and John went to Father Ryan.
Yep. But he said go Irish when we were at the autograph session. So like he's on our side. He's on our side.
Okay. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I will always say F a Raptor. I do not care. I do not care. I'm wearing a Brentwood High.
Yeah, you're wearing a Brentwood
right now. But it was such a surreal experience. And then I remember us walking out of the paddock and heading back to the fan zone. I kind of look over at Jesse. I think I said it to you too, but I looked over at Jesse first and I was like, imagine if he wins today. And Jesse was like, that'd be insane. And Newgarden's pit crew did what they did best. They performed flawlessly on pit road.
Mm-hmm.
Got the lead off of pit, was a little behind on pit strategy, came out third after the final stop, picked off Palou, picked off McLaughlin. And what I wasn't expecting, after he won, me and Jesse are jumping up and down. I look over to go give John a hug. He is sitting down, like he had sunglasses on, so I couldn't see his eyes, but it looked like he was crying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I think it was just a mixture of, you know, him being from Nashville, the bad luck he's had this season, and also just the disappointment of the Indianapolis 500.
Oh yeah.
Like like everything kind of was just like, you know what, we can hang, you know, they can hang their hat up high on this one. It was an insane race. If you haven't checked out John's post, definitely go check it out. But yeah, it was a great race, a very strategy heavy race, which I know John enjoyed.
I do. I like it a lot.
Yeah, had a lot of action up front, especially with the turn 2 wall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, lap 1, Christian Rasmussen coming off of his first career win in IndyCar gets in the wall. David Malukas running in second gets in the wall, actually gets airlifted to Vanderbilt Hospital.
Yeah, that was a helicopter we saw. So yeah, I think. Well, the thing is we were also thinking, okay, how do they get him there that fast? Because it wasn't gone for very long. So
they're quick with that stuff. But
true.
It was released later that David Malukas was checked and cleared by Vanderbilt medical staff, and he is all good. Just gonna need to rest for a little while, which it's the off season, perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Pato O'Ward leading the race. Gets into the turn 2 wall. And then with 20 laps to go, I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure what happened. I don't know if McLaughlin dove it in too hard and washed up or got on the power too hard, but he about loses it almost. I think he barely tapped the wall. IndyCar took a page out of NASCAR's book and threw the caution.
They did. They did.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And we went green with 11 laps to go. We all stood up the entire 11 laps. I was listening to Newgarden's radio. We had Palou right behind us. Oh my goodness. Like John, because I think I want you to try and describe your feelings as he crossed the line.
Okay. So a big thing is when I'm very passionate about sports, specifically the people that I root for. Yeah. So like when William Byron won the Daytona 500, well, two of them, teared up for that. When Leclerc won at Monza last year, the day after our wedding, watched that live from the hotel room, cried. And then Newgarden, it's
that was the day after your wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Monza or Monaco?
Monza last year. Yeah. So it was a mixture of him being my favorite driver, what we saw that day being in the, like, mixing that together, because I don't think I would have been that, I don't think it would have been that strong of an emotion if we hadn't gone to the garage.
I remember as soon as the race was over, we're all standing there, and I think Lindsay turns around and looks at all of us and goes, "Guys, we touched that car.
we touched that car. We touched that steering wheel."
I know, it was insane.
So the best way, I don't really know how to describe it. I think it's a mixture of the fact that the entire season was just bad, and the Indy 500 was good up until it wasn't. And then mixing in that we went to the garage, and then mixing in my passion for sports and the teams that I cheer for and drivers I cheer for, it just all comes together. Because that was the first time I've ever seen my driver in a top Premier Series win a race. So like, I'm a Rajah fan. I saw him win in Nashville this past year in the truck. So like, I've seen my drivers, across the board win once in person. This is the first time in the top level of a series that I've seen my driver win. And so. And also, not just, to add on to this, last year Leclerc won basically the day after August or 31st. So, and now Newgarden won on August 31st. And so, like, there's this like weird thing going on where, like, just the fact that back-to-back years it's not the same day, but same weekend that my favorite driver won the race. And
it's also a very special weekend for you.
That's what I'm saying, because adding that on top of it, like, it's just.
This is probably a dumb question, and I probably know the answer to this question, but I just kind of want to piss you off a little bit by asking you.
What? What do you want to know?
So you said you teared up when Charles Leclerc won Monza, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you cry more when Leclerc won Monza, or when you saw Sophia walking down the aisle?
I would say. John, I felt stronger emotions.
Correct answer to this.
No, I know. I felt stronger emotions, because if it was just me and Sophia, I can shed more tears. But the emotion, you can't compare the two emotions. Like the wedding day, seeing that in that whole situation, much more. That's the answer I'm going to give you. I'm just saying, like, it is just I can't describe it. I can't describe it. Like, it's so insane. Wild. But yes, no, definitely when she walked down. But also, I'm in the middle of like, I don't know how many people too. So I just don't want to stand up there and bawl my eyes out, like, just profusely cry.
I think we all took bets, like what the over under was that John was gonna cry.
You did. Well, it was how long, or wasn't it? I can't remember if it was how long or if I would or not. Well, everybody who said no was wrong, was a fool who said no that I wouldn't. So,
but it was, I mean, the only time I remember being that excited about a driver winning when I was at the race for a professional race like that had to be the 2023 Indianapolis 500.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like, being there for that race, getting to witness that was insane. And this is up there with it.
But no, definitely top 3 sports moment for me of all time. I would put UT Alabama up there. In-person sports moments, it's 1-2.
I remember that game. Jeez, I remember where I was for that game. I was working on race cars that day, and then me and my friend Mike were headed back to his place. We pulled into his house. We didn't even stop and go in and watch it on the TV. We turned it up on the radio because we didn't want to move. And we heard it happen on the radio.
Yeah.
And
dude, it was epic, just so
yeah,
epic.
there was a lot that happened that day. There was a lot that happened that day.
Yes, a lot did happen that day.
I don't know if you remember something else that happened that day.
I am fully aware. We're not going to dive into that though.
Okay, good.
But
I did not know
no.
if you knew that.
Switching subjects back to the original topic.
Anyway,
overall, I mean, like the to answer your question, like the emotions
it's
I felt,
indescribable.
You can't describe it. It's like it's the same. It's not comparable, but trying to contain that is like nothing will ever compare. Let's get sentimental here. Nothing will ever compare to like her walking down the aisle, right? Nothing will compare to that. Yeah, I'm also in front of a lot of people, and I'm also sweating, like sweating everything off. And so like that is so high.
Oh, yeah.
And then adding on to that, what happened last year with Leclerc winning, and then on to this year. I mean, like it's just. John is I will just always cry on this day.
Calendar every year.
What'd you say?
John is going to have this weekend circled in his calendar every year.
Every year for multiple reasons, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I cannot describe it. And we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day when you get married, I expect you to sob. I expect you to be one of the guys that not like, there's a couple different ones. There's ones that don't cry. They're like, oh, I'm too tough. Then there's some dudes like me that like, okay, I will feel every single emotion and I'll shed a couple tears.
You'll let yourself feel the emotion. Yeah.
But if I let it shed too far, I will be an emotional wreck because that's me. And then I had a friend who, let me tell you, sobbed, like ugly cried. Ugly cried. No, you don't know. Ugly cried. I feel like you're going to be an ugly crier. I feel like
I might be a bit like you where I might shed a few tears and whatnot. I don't think I'm going to like fall to my knees. I don't know. And also, look, it just depends on whoever the person is. Like,
oh, wow.
That plays a factor. It plays on, well, it does. I mean, I'm just saying.
You're saying if they're ugly, you won't drop to your knees? I'm kidding.
I like how you think I'm going to end up with someone ugly. But,
I'm not saying a word. We are leaving this at bay. We are leaving this at bay.
We were leaving this here. That was another thing that I came to realization over the weekend was no longer am I the only person in our group who's single. I'm the only one in the group who's not married.
Yeah, a little different. Little different.
You and Sophia, Lindsay, and Bryson and Lexi and Jesse. So
yeah, no, the newlyweds, really. I mean,
exactly. Yes,
they're
congratulations.
Fresh.
I don't know why I forgot to say this, but I congratulated Colin before I congratulated Jesse.
Wow!
Congratulations to Jesse and Lexi. I know Jesse listens to this show. I don't know if Lexi does, but
if she does, shout out to Lexi.
Yes,
and Bryson.
But yes, and but yeah, and
Sophia.
Yes.
Sorry, I gotta make the rounds.
Let's get moving along here a little bit more towards so the days following the Music City Grand Prix, especially the previous 24 hours,
or like just today, just when we're shooting this.
It is 2:50. It is September 3rd, 2025, 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:50 p.m. Central Time, where John is. The past 24 hours in IndyCar news has been insane. And I just want to, and I'm going to look here on the IndyCar Instagram page. And I'm just going to go in order here. So, starting about this time yesterday, IndyCar posted, happy birthday, Marcus Ericsson. A little while later, Team Penske announces Will Power will not return for the 2026 season, which I was like, well, shoot. And me and I'm pretty sure a handful of people were like, we're probably going to see a retirement post here before too long.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. Then we see some cool posts about Will Power and his time at Penske. Then we see breaking news: Rinus VeeKay will not return to Dale Coyne Racing for the 2026 season. Okay, that's another seat that's opened up in the paddock. Could Will Power move to that? Interesting. That was 20 hours ago. Now, 5 hours ago, happy birthday, Stingray Rob. 4 hours ago, 2026 will be the year IndyCar lights up Markham, Ontario, the Canadian Grand Prix, or the Grand Prix in Canada. I don't know if
The
it's called
Honda
that.
deal. I think it's the Honda Dealers GP.
The Honda Dealers GP will be moving from Toronto to Ontario. And the track for this, in my opinion, actually looks pretty cool.
It does. Yeah, the portion where they're both going, like they're side by side, and you have that like loop. It's like a hairpin almost. Yeah.
That makes me think of Baku a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they estimate the top speed will be 180 miles an hour, 2.19 miles in length, and 12 turns. So that's cool.
Not too bad.
Do have a little promo video, which is also cool. Then, 3 hours ago, Colton Herta has been named a test driver for the Cadillac Formula One team and will not race an IndyCar in the 2026 season.
Boom.
I was a little surprised by that. I didn't see this coming. I don't know if you did, John.
There were talks, but I didn't know it was going to be something to this capacity. Like I thought, I was originally thinking, okay, if he didn't get the job as having the seat in F1, I don't think he would have been there. But I think, yeah, I agree. I was not expecting this move once they announced the 1-2 there with Valtteri and Sergio.
Then, not even an hour later, like just at an hour, if not less, Andretti IndyCar team announces a champion has arrived. Welcome to Andretti, Will Power. Welcome to Andretti. Will Power.
That's wild. This definitely, like, they knew that this was happening. Everybody.
This was all planned.
It was all planned. I think I like the move across the board because Power to Andretti, they have cars that can compete. Power has talent, obviously, one of the best. And I like the move for Herta because I think what this does is it sets up Herta to potentially be that American driver for Cadillac and Formula One in a couple years. If he's the test driver or moves to reserve, whatever it might be, he may run some races in F3, F2, whatever it might be there. This, I think, sets him a prime position to be a Cadillac F1 driver, an American, with an American team in 2-3 years, right? Once Sergio or Valtteri decide to not, be the number co-ones.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting move, to say the least. I'm going to be very surprised to see how he does. With him being a reserve driver, which means he will hopefully get to be in a practice session next year, which would be really, really cool. But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors at play here, and it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. What I'm nervous about, and I texted you about this, John, when this all kind of came out. I said, we see so many times where we have a reserve driver in a team and they never get the seat.
Sure.
I would have put Colton Herta up there as a championship contender for 2026. I know Alex Blow is really strong right now, but it's the offseason. A lot can happen over the offseason, especially the IndyCar offseason. I think it's the longest out of Formula One, NASCAR, and IndyCar. I think IndyCar is the longest offseason, so a lot can happen behind the scenes.
Yeah. I think it's for him. I mean, he's been in IndyCar for a second. He's only 25. I think it's a really good. I think it's a good move for him. Now, will he have the talent? That's the thing. I think as a test driver, him getting in with under Sergio, under Bottas. I mean, you could not name two more decorated guys outside of obviously Verstappen, Hamilton, to be learning under, especially in his first year. I mean, who knows? Who knows what could happen? He's still a young guy too. So and if he gets the seat in 3 years, he's still 28. He may get a good 10 years, 10, 15 years out of Formula One for Cadillac. I think this really sets him up as in a couple years, he'll be that number one driver, or he'll be a driver in one of the two Cadillac cars.
Without a doubt. And I think it will be very... I'm interested to see how it goes. I want nothing but the best for him, but I'm still interested to see how it goes and just kind of see how everything turns out.
Yeah.
But
for
Herta, yeah. But I think that wraps up IndyCar. That took, wow. I think this is the first time we've done half an episode.
Well, we did have a long weekend. We did go to the race. We did have a lot going on, and
we did. John said he has a vlog coming out that I'm super excited to see.
I'm working on it right now. It's so a little behind the scenes. It's just going to be synced to music, no voices, because I didn't really get a lot of us talking a lot. So it's just going to be the sights and sounds. So I'm in the process. It should be maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. But yeah, big weekend all around. IndyCar, with Joseph Newgarden getting the win. Thank you, Caitlin, for inviting us if she listens.
Yes, thank you, Caitlin. We are going to try and get her on an episode.
That'd be awesome.
Off-season.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'd be really cool
there. And for the record, to reiterate this, yes, I did cry more and harder at my wedding. Just to put that on the record, because I know I could already tell by the previous response that I gave that he will give me shit for things. So just to put that on the record, thank you.
I knew you did. I knew you did. But I wanted to put that on the record.
So it's we're going to talk about that really quick.
John is really deep diving into this.
So because it's like when the doors open, it's just like it. You can't.
Everything else went away.
Oh, everything else, it just goes away, and it's a feeling that I've never felt ever. The emotions are so high, and I tried not to bawl my eyes out. I genuinely did. It was tough. It was tough because I'm in front of freaking 100 people. So, and then I would get made fun of by you. I'd get made fun of by all the groomsmen. Probably get made fun of. I don't know. I don't think her dad will make fun of me. Either way, but yes, I did cry more. So
I knew you did. I just wanted. Yeah. I just I really want to wonder that. But anyway, let's move on to Formula One now. Once again, another wild weekend.
Pretty wild.
All right. Drama from as soon as lights went out to up until about the very end. Oscar Piastri gets his career first Grand Slam weekend, which for those who don't know, a Grand Slam weekend, and correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, John, fastest in FP1, fastest in FP2, fastest in FP3, qualified on pole, fastest lap of the race, lead every lap.
Yep.
It's a hell of a weekend.
It is. I'm fact checking that right now just to make sure. Yeah, it was his very first one, which I remember thinking about this because we were talking about our picks, and I was like, he's just too good. He's doing what Pillow is doing in IndyCar. Same thing. And so, yeah, an insane weekend for him. Also, I think we got to talk about Max finishes second, whatever. Isaac Hadjar, P3. Not only P3, but he had pace. I still cannot believe what I saw.
Yeah.
With Isaac Hadjar. Holy moly.
I watched the highlights of it, and the cards just played in his favor. Yes, he had some luck on his side with, I think it was Norris having an issue.
Yeah.
It was Norris. It was an oil leak. Norris having the oil leak. He had some luck on his side, but luck aside, without that, he still would have finished top 5, top 10.
Oh,
right?
for
He
sure.
had the pace to be up there.
Top 4. I mean, I think he could have easily been up there. I mean, maybe top 5, depending on if the Ferraris didn't. Well, Ferraris got wrecked by Kimi. We're not talking about that. I'll throw my phone through my camera. What do you mean? What do you mean? Kimi came up the track and took him out. Are you blind? Chad. What? What are you going to say? He drifted up in the middle of the corner and wrecked him.
I don't doubt that he drifted up. It was a banked corner, so that happens. You have to account for that to happen.
Well, duh, he didn't.
Antonelli, from what it looked like, was 50% alongside the inside line of the outside car. And with what I'm used to, if you're 50% alongside, it's your line.
It is your line, but you have to give room to the car up north of you. You slid up the track.
I agree with that. I
What are
agree
you
with that.
saying?
But I feel like people blew it out more out of proportion. Like, there were people making it seem like he took him out or he dive bombed him. I don't think that. I think he tried to make a move and he just slid up and made a mistake. I don't think it's as bad as everyone makes. But I mean, I can see an argument for it being, for him, just making an inexperienced move. But I can also see an argument to where, hey, he had the line.
He did. No. I'm watching the replay. You are wrong. I will respectfully disagree that, yes, he didn't do it on purpose. Let's be real. He didn't. I love Kimi. Kimi's in my, he's Italian, so I'm not going to give him too much shit. He just went up to him. He just went up. He just went up. Like, he made a mistake. But no, I don't think he should get, like, banished. A lot of people are like,
no.
Yeah, he's fine. Like, it's okay. But, like, I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I'm not okay.
But anyway, all in all, it was a fantastic race, an exciting race. Gets me even more excited. 2 of my favorite tracks back to back. I love it. Going to Monza. It's up there on one of, if not my favorite track of the weekend. It will be so much fun. It'll just be insane. It'll just be insane.
I need to order an Italian flag and wear it as a cape all week for this weekend.
If we ever went to Monza for the F1 race, I would love for you to do that.
Oh, I will. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That would be, because I'm Tifosi. So, but looking at the schedule, because I haven't looked at it. I'm looking at it right now. You got practice 1 on Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, followed by practice 2 at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then Saturday, you have practice 3 at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, qualifying at 10 a.m., and then the race at 9 a.m. on Sunday, September 7th. So, love this race, love the track. It's such an iconic circuit. I'm curious to see, and I don't know if you've seen this, we could talk about it. Have you seen Ferrari's liveries for this weekend?
I have. I actually saw it just before we hopped on for this podcast. I saw I think you shared it. I like it. I like it a lot.
They're good. I think this is what a lot of people wanted it to be without all the blue for HP. Because all they have on the car is just the logo, right? It's not, the whole back Porsche isn't blue. And obviously they're honoring Niki Lauda there with the scheme, with the numbers, with the lines on the car. I mean, it is just, so good. So good.
But, yeah. Real quick, before we give our picks, oh, crap. I accidentally X'd out of I meant to X out of Instagram, and I X'd out of our notes page. My bad.
How dare you? What did the notes page do to you?
But just so people know, after Zandvoort, my bad, heading into Monza, the championship eligible drivers are now obviously Oscar Piastri, obviously Lando Norris, obviously Max Verstappen. Then we have George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Kimi Antonelli, and somehow he is, by points, he is still eligible for the championship. Mr. Alexander Albon is eligible, is mathematically still eligible for the championship. It's a long shot. It is
You have to win every race, I'm assuming.
It is that meme of Steph Curry shooting a shot from the moon levels of a long shot.
Yeah, makes sense. So it's 8 drivers. 8 drivers are mathematically eligible.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let's head into our picks for the weekend. John, I want to hear your picks. Who are your picks to win the Italian Grand Prix at Monza?
So I'm purely going off the homer pick. I'm going off the homer pick because it's what's going to happen.
Okay. This could go. Are you going off of a home driver pick or a home team pick?
Home team pick, 100% home team pick.
I figured. I just wanted to know.
Give me Leclerc again, please. Please, racing gods, I beg you. I would say Lewis, but Lewis has a 5-place grid penalty. So even if he qualifies second, he'll be starting further outside the top 6. So that worries me because he had speed last year. He's had speed in races, but obviously qualifying has been his biggest kryptonite. And with that penalty, I mean, if he qualifies 5th, he's starting, way outside what I think you need to start to be able to win this race. Give me Leclerc. Give me Leclerc. Give me Leclerc. I'll go Piastri second, Lando third, Leclerc, Piastri, Norris, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing it because I'm a Ferrari fan and I'm delusional as every other Ferrari fan out there. It's going to be fine. I'll survive this weekend somehow. That's my pick. Chad?
Well, if it makes you feel any better.
Be delusional with me. Be delusional.
If it makes you feel any better, you're not going to be the only one who's delusional this weekend.
Yes!
I don't know what it is about Monza, but Ferrari comes alive. I don't know if it's the home track spirit. I don't know what it is, but
it's
Monza
the espresso flowing through our veins.
Yes, it is. Give me, and I'm probably going to go with the exact same podium as you.
Wow.
I am going to say this though. I wouldn't count out Lewis Hamilton too much.
So
may I take you back
to
Brazil 2021?
Okay.
He has to go to the back of the sprint race. Gets a grid. I don't think he went to the back, but has a grid place penalty for the sprint race, comes and wins it. Has to go to the back of the main race. Comes back and wins it. Do you really think a 5-place grid penalty scares Lewis Hamilton?
No, I don't. I'm trying.
The car,
to be realistic.
It might scare the fucking car, but
yeah,
I don't think it scares him.
It's just the notion of like what he's been able to do in qualifying. Because I would love to see if I'm being real, give me a Leclerc, give me Hamilton, give me Kimi. All 3 on the freaking podium. I mean,
wow,
Italy
insane.
would never. Italy would not. I will not describe what Italy would do if that happened. We're going to keep it PG.
I'd text John. I'd be like, "Hey man, how's your trip to New York?" About that, I'm in Italy actually.
But wait a second. I'm actually on a flight to Italy. We scrapped the other 2 locations. Yeah, we'll actually be in Boston.
For that, right?
That
when are y'all headed out for that?
Friday.
Okay, nice.
Yep. So we are going on our anniversary trip. We'll be going to New York, Boston, Philly. So, gonna be fun. I'll be in Boston for the races, or for this weekend's races. But I would love to have Hamilton there. I just don't know about qualifying simply because of the fact that they haven't had great qualifying efforts all year round. And at a place like this, unless something wild happens, I haven't even looked at the weather. Like if you could throw me in a wet weather race, okay, I will look at Hamilton for sure. I haven't seen the weather. Okay, so you are gonna go. We're gonna go same picks for Monza. Okay, well you heard it here first. Leclerc's gonna win the race. All right, that's I think covering all of F1. We've covered everything that way. Now, what's going on in the local racing scene, Chad? What's happening in that neck of the woods?
Well, for a local racing report this week, we are headed to Shafferstown, Pennsylvania, at the Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. they had their Border Magic 207. I don't know if that's a division or a race. Gratena Graphics 125/4-stroke. Evo Fuel Injection Winged 600s. And Step Brothers Concrete and Fence Sportsman. So for the Border Magic 270, started third, finished third in the number 1A. Excuse me. Started third, finished third in the number 1A. Brent Shearer started eighth, finished second in the number 00. Pat Kelly. And started first, came home with the Border Magic 270 feature win, Alex Swift. Now for the Gratena Graphics 125/4-stroke A main. Started first, came home third, was David Kirkner in the number 24K. Started second, came home second in the number 23, Asher Kempton. And started third, came home with the feature win, the number 82 of John Maurer. The Evo Fuel Injection Winged 600s started 17th, finished third, the number 11Z, Kyle Lick. Started fifth, finished second, the number 26T, Aiden Turner. And started 10th, came home with the Evo Fuel Injection Winged 600 feature win, the number 14, Jocelyn Swavely. Now for the Step Brothers Concrete and Fence. Started 10th, came home third, the number 99, Brandon Heist Sr. Started fourth, came home second, the number 5, Brett Cronrath. My apologies. Started fourth, came home with the Step Brothers Concrete and Fence Sportsman feature win, the number 2X, Jason Swaverly. If you would like your local short track shouted out on the Flag to Flag podcast, email flagtoflag@gmail.com or hit us up on any of our social media channels. Listen up for those at the end of the episode. And make sure you go out to your local short track and bring a friend. This week's Flag to Flag at the track will be another double.
Oh.
I will be at Tri-City Junior Speedway for the 2025 NASCAR Youth Series Dirt National Championship. Very exciting racing going to happen there. And we will be there in conjunction with the NASCAR Cup Series race at Worldwide Technology Speedway or Gateway in St. Louis. Very excited about that. Real quick, before we move on, I do want to shed some light on this. I will help John get this whole thing set up, but this past weekend, I was at Huntsville Quarter Midget Association where they made an announcement that was not easy to hear. The local government, I've heard different things, but this is what I kind of know for sure. The local government has decided or is in the process of deciding what to do with the track's lease in 2026. So there is a lot of stuff that is up in the air right now. There is currently a petition out on change.org. We will hopefully have the link for that in the description. So if you can, take a few moments out of your day, sign this petition, help save Huntsville Quarter Midget Racing Association. In my entire career of racing, I have 2 wins. One of them is at Huntsville Quarter Midget Racing Association. I have a lot of memories there, mainly because it was the only track I was decently fast at. It is a fun track. It is a fun environment. And please, please, please do what you can to try and help save another racetrack.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
But now let's move on to NASCAR after what Joe Gibbs called an old-fashioned butt whooping.
Which it was.
It was.
Goodness gracious.
My driver didn't survive half a fucking lap. So,
well, yeah,
that was fun.
I'm kidding. He doesn't.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said he sucks. You just want to hear me say it again? I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
I mean, he's
my driver finished freaking 20th. So, yeah, no, it was rough. But goodness gracious, Chase Briscoe, 300 plus laps led. I mean, if you look at the last 2 races at Darlington, Byron and Briscoe have both led, 250 plus laps, I believe, a piece. Like that is, I don't remember the last time we've had 2 races that had that large of a gap between them and the rest of the field when it comes to lap leading counts, especially at the same track. I mean, that's kind of unheard of. But yeah, I actually did not watch this race because it was just long day on Sunday, had anniversary dinner. So I did not watch the race, but I do know that it was, Cindric, surprisingly, not Cindric, excuse me, Briscoe somehow is going to make it into the next round because I think we both had him out. I think
I had him 1 spot to the good in this round, and then I had him out. Actually, no, I had him 1 spot to the good in this round. I had 1 spot to the good in the next round, and then I had him eliminated the round after that.
Yeah, I mean it was an epic race, and I mean looking ahead, I mean we have Worldwide Tech this weekend, but I mean covering some other news, we have news about Austin Cindric. He's going to be running in supercars at Adelaide, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, he'll be on the grid this November. On the streets of Adelaide, and he will be piloting the Tickford Racing Ford Mustang, which is cool to see because we've seen other drivers attempt to try to go over there, whatnot. But I love that Cindric's going to be a part of it. I love to see these crossovers. And, today, for me at least, you've seen Colton Herta, IndyCar to F1, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like actually to F1. And then you have Austin Cindric, NASCAR, go to racing supercars. We have SVG, supercars and NASCAR. I mean, we so many different names and players are going to be racing in other disciplines, whether it's a one-off, whether it's moving over. And I think that is just so cool to see in this time of where we are in with the racing calendar and what allows these drivers to do what they can do. And so I think it's going to be really epic to see. Also, I want to say we're almost just over a month away from the Bathurst 1000. Got to say that. Also, this weekend, we have
lots of racing.
A lot of racing this weekend. We also have, I'm just going to cover some other things. Besides the Cup Series race, we got to go through our picks really quick. But just wanted to cover, I believe we also have the Lone Star GP this weekend with WEC at Austin at COTA. So we have that going on, which is so fun because I would love to be able to go to that race. So we have the Lone Star Le Mans this weekend. And
we remember when we saw tire testing for that last year,
dude. Oh my goodness!
And Daniel tried to play it off like he planned the whole thing,
bro. No, you're telling me I'm gonna do this because I want to because it's funny. You're telling me the motorsport enthusiast didn't know about a tire test? You think you knew about that and I didn't? Who do you think you are? I am.
Did you know it? Be honest. Did you know about it?
No, okay. I had no clue. I had no idea.
The look in your face. Okay, for those who don't know what happened, last year for John's bachelor party, we went to Austin, Texas, had a fantastic time, and we decided to go check out COTA. We saw an open tunnel. We went through. We're checking out the infield. We're walking around and whatnot. My iRacing steering wheel just decided to boot up for some reason.
That was go drive a car, COTA.
Yeah, and we're standing there, and all of a sudden, as we're about to walk out, we hear something that was all too familiar to me and John, but we didn't believe it. And then me and John just looked at each other like,
we both were like, and that was at the point where we were under the stands, right? And we hear the cars fire up. We book it.
John about falls down.
I always ate shit. And we go to the stands and we just see the Cadillac roll out. We see a Porsche roll out. We see these cars.
The Ferrari that won Le Mans that year.
I'm like, what is happening right now? That was another moment where I teared up a little bit, for sure.
Jeez.
And so I would say cars get me going.
I don't want to. Maybe I can speak it into existence or something, but the next event that we are all going to is the All-American 400, more specifically on Friday.
Oh yeah.
If things go rather well, for me. I don't want to say it, but if things go rather well for me in that race, I want to see what you're going to do.
Oh, see, that's something that I don't know what I'll do because it's different. Like, I don't have a personal connection with Joseph Newgarden or Byron or Leclerc a little bit, but like, I know you. Like, we're friends most of the time until you annoy me.
Even if Jesse has a good weekend,
right? Like, that'll be. I think it'll be more excitement, like you know, because it's like cheering on the boys at a game, right? Same kind of thing. So, and if anybody decides to mess with you, well, here's
the thing.
About to get.
So the thing is, I've actually already thought about that a little bit, and I've got good people around me who are working on the car, and plus, I'm not known for that type of.
I know you're not.
So
don't take anybody out. Just don't take anybody out, because I'll have to hold. No. I'll have to hold whoever back from you. I'll be like, back off.
But let's give our picks for this weekend. I thought more about my F1 pick than I did this. I haven't thought about this too much.
I have a pick already locked.
Okay.
Go ahead. You go first, though, because you put me on the spot. But
I know. You're putting me on the spot. That's fine. Let me go to the standings here. Let me go to the playoff standings, because we can still choose a playoff driver. All right. I think I know who I got for this one. This driver is known to be good at these types of tracks. Has a very up and down season. Oh, John froze a little bit. Did John just lose connection? Did I lose connection? Keep filming. Okay, John lost connection. John is currently... every week, it's not a flag-to-flag episode without technical difficulties. In fact, I'm going to put that on the Instagram story right now. And, yeah. Let me see if I can do this. Nope. Shoot, my hands are shaky. Oh. Well, you guys know the drill. It is not a flag-to-flag podcast episode without technical difficulties. John has just disconnected. Something has gone amiss with that. So he just texted me, told me to keep filming. I am now filming something for the Instagram page. But hey, if you're seeing this, maybe the newest episode of the Flag to Flag podcast is out. So make sure you go check it out. I'm going to save my pick for when he gets back. But yeah, I'm super excited to be at Gateway. I didn't know it was a night race though, so that actually might change my plans up a little bit, which will be fun. But yeah, I'm super excited. Should be a fun race as we are waiting on John to come back in. We are almost an hour, which is kind of our time mark for these episodes. Is about an hour, give or take. And yeah. Just waiting on John. I'm checking social media right now. I'm at a point where I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Oh.
I'm back.
What happened?
So, as usual, it wouldn't be a flag-to-flag podcast without Wi-Fi issues. Also, you're frozen on my side. Don't know if it's me either.
You're fine. You're fine on my side.
Oh, I'm good. Okay. Oh, you're good now. Look at that. Fantastic. So I timed in right at... Okay. Who's your pick? Who's your pick for Worldwide Tech?
Oh, okay. I had just started my little spiel. This driver has performed well at these tracks, has a very mellow season, a bit of ups and downs, but not the best, but not the worst. This driver came close to winning it last year. He actually came one lap short last year.
We have the same thought process.
Are you serious?
You're going.
Are we doing the same thing we did for Formula One?
You're going to the 12, aren't you? Yeah, you're going with Blaney.
Give me Blaney.
Yeah,
give me Blaney.
100%. I think
Blaney moving on to the round of 12 in the 12.
I know. I just froze again.
In the race that he should have won last year.
It's super laggy for me. I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to keep on talking. But yes, in the round of 12, I think we both picked him in our previous show, too, in our previous episode, going through all the races. I can't remember. But give me Blaney. Give me Blaney. I mean, like, Cindric's over here messing around with supercars. Joey Logano, I don't even care what he's doing. And then you have Ryan Blaney. He's going to go back and win this freaking race 100%. Give me Blaney. On a note, though, for like
you got to get a Sharpie and write a number 1 on the side of your hat. Yeah, there you go.
Looks stupid. So I looked like I was doing like this. It's frozen again, I swear. I got it back. But for Blaney though, on the low, he has a car, and I don't know how Penske does this, and it's at all of these type of tracks where you need to be able to turn and rotate in the middle of the corner. This you have to be able to turn in the middle of the corner here. You have to have middle rotation. If not, your entry's messed up and your exit's gone. So like, I think Penske will have the car to beat. I think Blaney will have the car to beat, and plus he knows how to save tires and save his stuff more than anybody. So I'm gonna go Blaney purely off of the fact of last year trying to revenge himself, but also because we've seen this car rotate so well in the middle of the corner. It just like the amount of a couple tenths of a second he gains over everybody else over time just adds up. So yeah, give me Blaney. While we're going with the same picks, I don't remember the last time we've had the same podium and the same picks across the board.
Well, it helps that IndyCar's not racing. IndyCar adds a whole nother factor.
We did pick Newgarden, didn't we?
We did, but that was just that was fate talking to us. That was
Deep down inside, I knew the whole time that we were going to be going in that garage.
Okay, before we sign off, I have to know, how many times did you want to and or almost did spill the beans?
Oh, I told Sophia dozens of times. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to keep this in. Like, because with us talking so much, with us talking about the race, with us being at the track, like Saturday and some of Sunday, but like with as much as we talk, I'm like, I don't know how I'm not just going to slip up and say, oh yeah, we're going to go to the garage. My biggest thing was, how am I going to figure out how to convince y'all to go to the garage that early? And I thought I came up with a pretty good way, but like, hey, everybody's going through the autograph session. Let's go to the paddock now when it's not as busy so we could see all the stuff.
Oh,
does that make sense now? Which is actually very true. If you ever go to a race and get paddock access, go during some of the autograph sessions, unless your favorite driver has another one. Then if not, just go to the autograph session. But go to the paddock during the autograph sessions, because you will see much more, because it won't be packed, right? And it wasn't that busy until later in the day. But yeah, that was my excuse. Like, let's get down there early. Let's go get your paddock pass early. Let's get down there so we can beat the crowd, aka get there and have an excuse to get down to the paddock.
So my question is, I wasn't there Saturday. Did you see Caitlin at all on Saturday?
No, I did not. I actually didn't
see. Purposely try not to see her?
Let's say I didn't avoid it, but I didn't make an effort, if that makes sense. Like, okay. So it was funny. I'll tell you behind the scenes. So we're walking by the all the garages and everything, and they had qualifying going on as well, by the way. So like they had the cars ready for qual, but there were not a lot of cars in the garage. And so we were walking through the paddock, and it was us four, obviously not you. And so I'm looking around, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to scout out where the heck is Newgarden's garage, because I wanted to double check with Caitlin before that we go to the right garage. And he was in garage number 45. And so I was shooting some video, but also really focusing, okay, where's his garage at? And Sophia goes, hey, over here. And I look over, I'm 45, and I'm like, okay, got it. And so the day before, I was kind of scouting out what the plan was going to be. But no, I was not trying to avoid her. If I would have seen her, that would have been a little tough, because I'd been like, oh,
everything just played out perfectly.
I think it did. And I'm so stoked. What'd you say?
That pisses me off, because it would have been funny if you would have slipped up.
Oh, I would have been so upset. I would have been like, I
know.
I've been like, I ruined this, because like, I really.
We still would have loved and enjoyed it the same.
Sure, but for my personal enjoyment, seeing y'all's reactions without knowing a damn thing, that's what I was excited about. I want to see what y'all's faces were like when especially, and again, shout out to Caitlin for being able to even do this. But when she was like, yeah, we'll take you back a little bit later, and y'all came up to me and y'all were like, what did she just say? And I was like, yeah, we're going to the garage. And they're like,
Oh, so you tried to be all cool about it.
well, I was just gonna play off like, yeah, of course we're gonna go to the garage. What do you mean? And so, yeah, no. But again,
And then as soon as it's all done, we all walk out of the garage and we're like, wait, where's Lindsay?
Where'd
We
Lindsay
turn
go?
around, she's sitting on the ground, just taking it all in.
Well, everybody, there were other people that were like, is she? I think they were concerned that she wasn't okay, and we were like, yeah, she's fine. Well, she's not fine, but she's okay.
She's gonna be fine. Like this is normal.
Still,
it was insane.
Absolutely insane weekend, and that he won. I mean, and the way that he did it, holding off Pelot, like,
yeah,
so epic in his hometown too. Also, he was born in downtown Nashville, so he is.
Yeah. Gee, how much do you know about this guy? Jesus Christ.
Well, a simple Google search in his Wikipedia will show you what hospital he's born at.
That's fair. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. John, where can they find us?
Find us everywhere on YouTube and or Spotify at Flag to Flag Podcast, on socials at Flag to Flag Podcast, on Instagram, on TikTok, Facebook, not much on Twitter or X. And then on Instagram, it's at Flag to Flag _podcast.
Oh, okay.
Have a closing thing really quick.
I think John's going to go get something. I might know what it is. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, once again, also, if you have a moment, please go to Change or click the link in the description to go to change.org. Help support Huntsville Quarter Midget Association and the future of our sport. John is back as he is putting his earbud back in. And we have reached...
It's red for Newgarden.
Oh, red for Newgarden. Red for Newgarden. Yeah, and we thank y'all so very much for watching. We will see y'all next time.